Mallory, if you would lead us in the invocation, and at the completion of that, the audience would remain standing and join me in the pledge.
Let's pray. Our gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you this day you bless us with. Father, we thank you for life, health, strength that you give us and bless us with. We thank you for guiding and blessing our word town. We pray, bless this meeting tonight. We pray we can come together in guidance and unity, and pray that you guide us in those decisions. We pray to guide the mayor, our council, city attorney, our city manager, Father. We pray you bless each one that came this way tonight, bless their families, their homes. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First report of business will be to approve the agenda as published.
So moved.
Have a motion, have a second? Second. Have a motion and a second. Have any questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Next order of business will be the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting for May 22nd, 2017. Do I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Have any questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Before we go any further in meeting, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome Ms. Cynthia Bennett. She is the Director of Programs with the Newnan-Coweta County Chamber of Commerce, and also Mr. Bob Coggins. He's the Government Liaison. He's also with the Newnan-Coweta Chamber. And I'd like to welcome him to our fair city. Thank you for attending. The next order of business will be the approval of resolution number 2017-05, amending the resolution 2015-01, travel policy. Mr. Brescia.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. Our travel policy has certain meetings that do not require approval of the city council. This resolution would add the Municipal Gas Association of the Georgia annual meetings and conferences, to which we are a member of MEAG, and therefore approval of the mayor and city council would not be required to attend those meetings. I will say that the mayor is our voting delegate to those meetings and by necessity has to attend them. Other than that, the resolution on our travel policy remains the same.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Have any questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Next order of business will be new business, special event permit, Chili and Blues Festival 2017. Mr. Brescia, you want to address that?
I believe Ms. Berry is in the
Oh, okay.
audience. This is the second annual Chili and Blues Festival. Its purpose is educational, a blues tribute, and by letter, they're also going to recognize Purple Heart recipients, as the city of Grantville is a Purple Heart city. You will also notice that was handed out, there's an amendment to the application. They would also like to set up an office in the passenger depot building. That would be during early July, and the nonprofit would be willing to sign an agreement and pay the monthly fee established for use of the building in its as-is condition. So there really are two things to consider. One is approval, if so desired, of the Chili and Blues Festival special event permit, and the second would be the use of the passenger depot in early July for the sign-up for the Chili and Blues Festival event.
Okay. What's the will of the council?
Make a motion to approve the permit.
Have a motion to approve the request for permit, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second, do we have a question? The only question I have is the use of that building. To the best of my knowledge, there is no air conditioning in that building, and that is working. I mean, it was at one time,
We haven't tested it. It does have one, but we might consider that after we decide on the special event permit, sir. Or do you want to do both of them at the same time?
well, the motion is to approve the permit, I guess, with the attachments here. Have they, have all the conditions of the permit been met as far as, isn't there supposed to have a mapped area or so forth?
Well, they have an addendum. There's a site plan behind it. Main Street, Post Street, College Park area, train depot area. Location, Main Street, Post Street, College Park, train depot area. Set up 8 a.m., open 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., clean up 7 p.m. So it's basically that same area they used before.
I don't have the site plan.
Well, it's not drawn out, sir, it's described.
All right, I have a motion to grant the permit request for special event, and I have a second. Do we have any further questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Next order of business, approval of resolution number 2017-06, the city of Grantville approving and adopting a project list and funding allocations for the proposed 2019 through 2024 special purpose local option sales tax.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. As you remember, we had a special called meeting on Thursday, June the 8th, where this was presented to the public. Comments were had, and to the best of my knowledge, there were not any negative comments.
Okay. Have a motion to approve the resolution.
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion second, do we have questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Next order of business, approval of resolution 2017-07, approving and authorizing execution of an intergovernmental agreement with Coweta County regarding the 2019 SPLOST.
Yes, sir. While this agreement is not finalized by the county, we have been furnished a draft of the agreement, which in most areas, except for the projects list of Coweta County and all the municipalities, is the same as the final will be. The projects have to be submitted by July the 6th. And of course, now that we have approved Resolution 2017-06, we can provide our list of projects. And because of the time frame and the fact that we are not meeting on the 26th, it behooves us, if it is the will of the City Council, to approve the intergovernmental agreement so we can participate in the SPLOST agreement. Just a minute, please. I'm missing. They look forward to the intergovernmental agreement on July the 20th, 2017, and then it'll be up to the cities to approve it. But again, because we're going to miss our meeting on June the 26th, if it is the will of the council, I would request that they approve entering into the intergovernmental agreement with the county for the 2019 special purpose local option sales tax.
Okay, what's the will of the council? Have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Have a motion to approve and authorization to execute intergovernmental agreement with Coweta County. Do you have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Do we have any questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Next order of business, the approval of the contract awarding the recommendation of Grandma Branch Road and Bohannon Road water main replacement.
As you know, Mr. Mayor and members of the council, the city engineer prepared specifications and plans for this project. We received 7 bids. The summary is in the agenda package. The lowest bid being Ronnie Jones Construction at a cost of $275,838.50. Money is available in SPLOST. Money is in the bank that can cover that cost. And we would recommend that the low bid be accepted and that we contract with Ronnie Jones, it's RDJE Inc., in the amount of $275,838.50 for construction of Grandma Branch Road and Bohannon Road water main replacement projects. And this will also enhance our fire protection as we will be putting fire hydrants in.
Okay, do you have a motion to approve or accept the contract to replace the water main?
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second, do we have any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Next order of business, the approval of the appointment of the mayor.
Or his designee. That is a correction that I made, Mayor and members of the council. The reason being, Coweta County put together a joint transportation coordinating committee. And as stated in your agenda package, the purpose of this committee is to bring a common focus to the transportation system throughout the county and to assist in speaking with a more impactful local voice as these projects are addressed at the state level. So they have asked that the city of Grantville appoint one of its elected officials to be a member of that committee. And the reason we changed it from the appointment of the mayor, or in his absence, the mayor pro tem, we made it a little broader, so in the event that the mayor or the mayor pro tem cannot attend a meeting, the mayor can appoint someone either from the council or, if all else fails, the city manager, so that we have a representative at the committee meetings. We think it is important to be represented at the committee meetings.
Okay. What's the will of the council? Okay, have a motion to approve the appointment of the mayor and, how did you say that?
Or his designees.
Coweta County Joint Transportation Coordinating Committee. I have a motion, and a second.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Have any question or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Next order will be the approval of the cancellation of the June 26, 2017 city council meeting due to the council members and mayor attending Georgia Municipal Association annual meeting. It's pretty self-explanatory. This is the annual meeting of the Georgia Municipal Association, and do we have a motion to cancel the June 26, 17 regular city council meeting?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second? Have a motion second, do we have any questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Next thing to come before the council, discussion and decision on rescheduling or canceling city council meeting for July 10th due to the MEAG Power annual meeting July 10th through the 12th, 2017.
Yes, sir. Both the mayor and the mayor pro tem will be attending the annual meeting. And we ran into this last year, that we have no one to preside at that meeting with both the mayor and the mayor pro tem attending the MEAG Power annual meeting, which starts on July the 10th, which is the second Monday in July.
Did we have to cancel the meeting last year?
We did.
Because the charter doesn't make any provision for anyone else other than the mayor or mayor pro tem to preside over the meeting.
Thanks, sir.
I would throw it open if anybody's got any questions or.
So you are the voting delegate, right?
Yes, I am the city's delegate, yeah.
And I'm the alternate.
And what was that?
Alternate. Yeah.
But you only vote if the mayor's not there, is that true?
On that, I believe so, yes.
Pardon me?
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, the only time he would have to vote is if I was unable to go for some reason.
So we could have the meeting if Mr. Gomez was present.
Which, either way, I won't be. So, whether I attend that or not, because I already have other commitments down there. So, just letting you know that.
Mr. Mayor, I think it might behoove us to consider rescheduling that meeting rather than canceling it, due to the fact that we're already canceling the one that was gonna be at the GMA. That's the last one in June. To have two canceled in a row might not be advantageous for the city. Might we want to, the meeting is being canceled for, we're discussing for July 10th, because which is Monday, to the meeting for MEAG is till the 12th. But we want to consider the 13th or the 14th of July to have a meeting at that point.
Do we have another meeting between now and July the 10th?
No, sir.
So we gotta make a decision tonight on that.
So July 3rd falls on a Monday and July 4th's on a Tuesday, right?
That's
July
correct.
3rd's on a Monday, so July 4th's on a Tuesday, so that'd be a holiday. Then the following Monday after the 10th would be the 17th, so we could do that as well. So the 10th, make it the 17th, this is a suggestion.
You know,
Y'all wanna throw up a date, or do you want to go ahead?
well, you know, Mr. Mayor and my colleagues, I realize that these meetings, it's great exposure, you learn a lot, and can be an advantage to all. But my concern is, if you're not a voting delegate, then maybe we need to look at, if the mayor couldn't attend, that would be something else, but he plans to attend, and he would be the one voting. And as I forestated, I realize it's good exposure, but also I think we have an obligation to our citizen, and we have a set time, and that's the second and fourth Mondays. And I know, we can alternate meeting dates, but that's just my feel on it. He is the voting delegate, and he only votes if the mayor cannot attend. So,
I think the problem is that he said he's not gonna, you're not planning on going to this then, are you? You got
Well,
other,
unless, I'll be down there anyway, unless you otherwise say I can't attend it, but I'm gonna be down there anyway regardless.
so you've got another appointment that's gonna
Yes,
carry you down.
that Monday, same day.
What y'all want to do? You come up with a date yet? Where we can
I
meet?
don't have a date.
It'd be my recommendation that, or my opinion rather than a recommendation at this point, that unless there's pressing business that need to be taken care of, it could be done by a special call meeting. If not, could we not just wait till the second meeting of the month?
That's what everybody wants to do.
Yeah, I just,
But, it would have to be called as a special call, and, concerning the special call, we would have to make a list of every item that's gonna be covered. Because you can only discuss, you're limited, as to what you can discuss at a call meeting.
Are there gonna be any pending, issues that need to be addressed, the first 2 weeks of July? That you're aware of?
The 4th is out, right?
Yes.
So you got a date there? That you want to put a motion out on?
Well, I mean, Monday the 17th, do that, the following Monday, and I'm putting it out there, so,
It's a lot of sevens.
yeah.
Okay, you wanna put that in form of motion to, replace that July 10th meeting with a special call on 7/17?
Yes, I make the motion that we have a special call meeting for July 17th council meeting, since we will not be present on July 10th to handle the regular second Tuesday of the month.
We're gonna do it at 6:30 PM.
6:30, yes.
All right, got a motion to reschedule the meeting to July 17th, 2017. That'll be rescheduling the regular call meeting for July 10th. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion, have a second. Have any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Next order of business, selection of the ethics board for the complaint file on March 13, 2017, by Mayor Cieslik against Councilmember Mark King.
Yes, sir,
got
as
the
you
ballot
know,
box?
I'm sorry, sir,
You got the ballot box?
I do.
Okay.
Thanks to the city clerk's diligence.
All names currently in there,
We have 10 now?
Yes, I saw those too. This has changed.
you said the clerk did that?
Yes,
You
the,
certify all 10 names are there?
my goodness.
I just didn't want him to fall out.
Tamper-proof seal.
Tamper-proof seal. Please just take one. First name drawn is Leon Dyes. Second name drawn is Selma Cody. Third name drawn is Billy Tucker. Fourth name drawn is Billy Hand.
I get the full two, right?
In halves. Fifth name drawn is Willie Clemens Sr.
That's all we gotta do on that for tonight, right? You'll send it, get the letter.
I will work on that tomorrow, yes, sir.
All right, that brings us to citizens' comments. That's all we have, these two?
Yes, sir.
First one is Mr. Dockman.
Ralph Dockman, 379 Bohannon Road. Just a question for the city manager. Do you know of Faith Strickland? Does that name ring a bell?
Faith Strickland,
Strickland.
I can't recall.
Okay. She wrote the following on Facebook. I paid my light bill on 5/26/17 in full, including the late fee, and then was charged a reconnection fee, even though my lights were still on at the time. I was told that my lights would be cut off because the list of disconnections went out on the 25th. I paid everything I owed by 7:59 a.m. and sure enough, by 10 o'clock they turned off my utilities. I am ready to move from this city. This posting got 32 comments, which I'm not going to bore you with. But my point is this. Y'all came up with rules and rules on top of rules to accommodate on one hand and collect bills on the other. Now this is just plain silly. I mean, this is not an empire. There went a notice out from here on the 25th to whoever turns the lights out. You couldn't pick up the phone. You got the bill. You got the late fee. You got the disconnection fee, which is kind of silly in the first place because it hadn't been disconnected yet. And nobody could make a phone call and say, hey, don't worry about this particular one. The reason I'm addressing you, Mr. City Manager, because we were told that this redo of your rules, all disputes would come to your desk. Your turn.
Thank you, Mr. Dodman. Next individual is Shirley Hanson.
Sorry, Tristan, I knew this morning. Sorry.
Take your time.
Hey,
We're not in a hurry.
okay. My name is Shirley. I've been here in Grantville for almost
What's your
2 years.
address, Miss Hanson?
It's 69 Arnold Street. I have 6 kids and ranging from 15 all the way to 1 year old. And right now I have an 8-year-old who has been in the hospital for over a month and a half due to his appendix. And he's already had surgery once and he's got to have surgery again. And my husband works but hasn't been working a lot and medical bills are already starting to pile up. And we made up a jar. I've tried sitting at the gas stations and liquor stores and they really haven't done that good. And going around a couple of neighborhoods trying to get donations. But we're trying to take up donations for the medical bills and stuff like that to help out. And plus my son, he spent his birthday in there as well, so we ain't been able to do anything for his birthday. So we're just trying to take up some donations for him, if possible. If maybe I could set something up somewhere, or around Grantville or something like that, and ask for donations for my son, for Tristan. And thank you. Thank you. Like I said, we've been going around neighborhoods, but it's been really hot and stuff like that. But I was told to come up here and maybe give it a shot, see if we could do something to set donation up. Because I attend a church here, but they haven't been at church, so I haven't been there long, and I don't want to go to a church like that, being a new member. And I don't like doing asking for money, but the only thing I can think of is setting up a donation for him. My son.
Go ahead.
I will ask our church if we will give a donation.
Okay.
And if you will, after the meeting, give me your phone number,
Okay,
and I will call you and bring it over.
okay. And we've also set up a GoFundMe thing too, but it hasn't really done much, but, all right, well, thank you.
That's what I was gonna suggest, the GoFundMe account.
Yeah, I did, yeah. It hasn't really done anything.
And I don't know, what we can do beyond that, but I would suggest, have you put anything out in the, pharmacy and the beauty shop downtown?
No, I didn't ask, I
I might
didn't
talk
ask
to the
them.
merchant too. We're very fortunate to have some, good people that
Oh,
own
yeah.
businesses that are here.
Okay.
And I'm sure they'll do whatever they can there.
Okay. So the pharmacy and the beauty salon downtown? Okay, all right.
All right, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Okay. Next order of business, Councilmember Gomez.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, you don't have a phone. Come on up though, we'll give you an opportunity to fill that out and make sure I have it before you leave.
Okay, my name is Dee Latimer Berry. I live in Grantville, 2 Posts. And I just wanted to thank the City Council for approving the application for the Chilean Blues Festival, because people have been coming up to us most recently, wanting to know, what are you going to do, what are you going to do? So I said, we have to see what the City Council says. So I want to thank you for the approval. And we're hoping that the city will be more involved this year to help us with this event, because we want to make it as double what it was last year. I want to thank the Mayor Pro Tem and Councilwoman Hines, because they served as judges for the chili cook-off. Hope they'll do it again. And actually, all the members of the council, if they want to judge the chili cook-off, that we would be happy to have them. And of course, the mayor to welcome everybody to the city. And the young lady that came up just now, I had suggested she come to the council and let the city council know of the problem she's having, and maybe they could suggest something to help her out. And if she's still needing help in September after the festival, hopefully we'll have some extra funds from our organization to be able to help people that need that kind of help, and with the food bank. So we're looking forward to really, revving this up and doing something great for Grantville. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. All right, now, Mr. Gomez.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Well, good evening, and I appreciate it for everyone showing up this evening and letting us know your concerns and your feelings and everything you have in your mind, and things how we can come together, work together, and be able to support each other in the time of need. Because we all can't do it by ourselves. We always need help somewhere, somehow. To be successful, it's part of that. We don't make it by ourselves, right? And for the city to be successful as well, we need all the leaders to step up and work together and bring in, other types of resources and programs that we can maybe, put out there in public and let people know how they can get reach or help any way they can and stuff like that. So definitely, we're here to help, and I appreciate it for the young lady stepping up and letting us know what's going on with your son. So I hope he gets better. And also I want to welcome Bob and Cynthia from the Chamber for being here this evening, and hope we can see you more often and stuff like that, because definitely we need to, get more engaged with the Coweta County Chamber of Commerce and stuff, and there's stuff there from us, so I would like to do more of that myself and stuff like that. And also just a heads up on the Blues Fest, we're working on it, preliminary steps right now, but we're trying to get a lot of things going for that. I think this year is going to be really good. And I'm doing my best to bring in, help and resources and sponsorship, things like that now. So hopefully that everyone will definitely commit to that and show up and be there, and hopefully that we can make new relationships and build on that and make this the best city that it can be in the county and in the state and stuff. So definitely look forward to everyone showing up, because I'm going to be there, no doubt. And definitely, hopefully that B.B. King's daughter will come back and sing for us, and I think that she is, which last year she was just awesome. So if you haven't heard her sing, she's just the queen, I think, considered of the blues. So I think that's amazing. Plus, not only that, it's B.B. King's birthday, so it's even better. attribute to that. So I appreciate it for showing up. Summertime, kids are out of school. Y'all be careful. Look for kids out in the streets, things like that, because I know not my subdivision, they're always out in the street playing around and even laying on the streets, like, so I gotta be careful with that. So definitely look out for our children, because that's our future of America and stuff in the city as well. So let's build them up to be somebody and be leaders in the future, because we need that, because America's falling apart. So let's build it back to where it needs to be and push that and be part of that. So y'all be safe, have a good summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. King.
What do you say? You are a tough act to follow, Mr. Gomez. But anyhow, I also want to thank everyone for coming. It's nice to see that the city is finally taking some steps to look into some of these water main issues that need to be repaired and replaced. It's a beginning, and we'll do a little bit more as the years go by. But eventually we'll get through all of them. It was also good to see the Chilean Blues Festival come back up again, second year. I did not make it last year. I think I was out of state, but I will make it this year. And other than that, thank you all for coming, and have a good evening.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. King. Ms. Hines?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to say also to Mrs. Bennett and Mr. Coggins, welcome to our great lighthouse city. And I would say this about Mr. Coggins. He was a Citizen of the Year, year before last, I think it was that, and I was also in the running as well. I was just so touched by the remarks that he gave. It was truly a blessing, and they still linger in my mind today. And so I just wanted to say that to you. I did not get a chance that night. And to our citizen, it is always good to see all of you. And if you have concerns, and some have been by my house recently with some concerns, and I must share them with our mayor and our manager at a later time. But if you have concerns about our city, please know that I have a listening ear. I will listen and do whatever I can about your concern. Again, thank you so much for coming, and blessings to you all.
Thank you, Ms. Hines. Mr. Key?
Thank you all for coming. Again, to echo everyone else, to our two members of the chamber, thank you for coming and taking part of this council meeting, and look forward to working with the chamber on really anything. It'd be wonderful to develop a good working relationship with the chamber, and we look forward to doing that. Thank you all for coming and participating in local government.
I'm done. Okay, thank you, Mr. Key. Again, I'd like to thank you all for coming down to our city. Mr. Coggins and Ms. Bennett, and I'd like to thank all the citizens that show up week after week. Some of the new ones, come on back next meeting. Well, not the next one, you won't be. But anyway, the next one in July. But we do appreciate you coming down and letting us know what's on your mind, because this, like I've said many times, this is the city of Grantville, and you are Grantville. It's not this council. It's the members of the citizens of this town. It's their town. And we're here, you elected each one of us to represent you and do things that you want for the city. But again, I really appreciate y'all being here. Also, Ms. Hanson, I don't know whether you're capable of getting up here too easy with that bum leg and all, but if you could call Mr. Grishaber, we may be able to, I know we have different outfits that do offer assistance. Maybe we can furnish you with a list of that, or if you'll call up City Hall. If you'll see me before I leave, I'll give you one of my business cards, and that'll have the phone numbers on it. and you can contact either him or myself tomorrow. All right, thank you so much again, and I wish you the best. That's all I have to say, Mr. Prishaver.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mayor and council members, you were handed a sheet, memorandum from myself. It concerns the request for proposals on the site grading behind City Hall. As you know, we had the front of City Hall graded to eliminate or exclude water intrusion to the crawl space and the boiler room. To finish the job, we put out a request for proposals site grading behind City Hall, which was published in the Noonan Times-Herald on May the 25th, 2017. In the proposal, we said we are soliciting proposals from insured and licensed contractors, and that the city of Grantville reserves the right to reject any or all of the responses to the request for proposals and waive any technicalities. We received 5 responses. The first response came from Anthony Dowles in a low bid of $18,500. I asked Mr. Dowles by email requesting his business license number in addition to other items. Mr. Dowles responded, "I will be back in Georgia on Wednesday of next week and get the business license renewed." Therefore, it appears that Mr. Dowles was an unlicensed contractor at the time his response to the request for proposals was submitted. For that reason, it is recommended that his response be rejected. The next lowest proposal amount was submitted by Crawford Grading and Pipeline. Therefore, it is recommended that the city of Grantville award the contract for site grading behind City Hall to Crawford Grading and Pipeline in the amount of $22,085. Monies are available in the 2013-2018 SPLOST funds for the work, and I request a motion to award the contract for site grading behind City Hall to Crawford Grading and Pipeline in the amount of $22,085 so that they can schedule the work and get it completed as soon as possible.
Is that all you got? Is that all your comment?
No, sir, I have one after that.
All right. Well, let's just go ahead and see what the will of the council on this one. You've heard the recommendation of the city manager. What's the will of the council? Have a motion to award proposed bid or not?
I would make that motion.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion?
Is that, you said Crawford? What was it?
Crawford Grading and Pipeline.
They're local?
They're in Luthersville. They're the same ones that did the grading in front of City Hall.
No further discussion, question?
So
Hearing none.
once all this grading is done, then we're gonna bid, the mold issue goodbye.
Amen.
We are well on our way, Councilmember Hines, to bidding the mold issue goodbye.
Thank you so much. Because it's been a song with too many verses.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard that. Okay, I have a motion second. Do we have any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you, Mr.
Your
Mayor.
next comment.
Yes, sir. The last comment I have, for your information, we have awarded the contract for construction of a handicap ramp from the street to the front entrance of City Hall to Rosser Concrete and Landscaping in the approximate amount of $6,875. So we're well on our way to getting a handicap ramp in the front of City Hall.
Okay.
And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor and council members.
Mr. Mitchell, do you have anything?
No, sir.
We have any reason for a closed session?
I don't have any reason to request one.
Al, we have anything?
No, sir.
Anybody else got any reason? Adjournment is in order.
So moved.
Have a motion, second?
Second.
Second, any questions here? None, all in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you again for coming out.
How are you?
Mr. Coggin, I meant to give you one earlier, but I very much appreciate it.
Hopefully within 2 weeks.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
I just think when you made your remark, I said, she's the one, I told somebody, I said, well, you know what? I think I'm right on. I said, it's okay. That's when you started with the word of God. And I just went there, and I said, Mr. Coggin, it's all just touch me. Yeah. But you know what? I still say, I know your message.
Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
I just want to let you know to keep my card because we will promote chili and food on the Chamber website going Friday.
I was gonna, I actually talked about.
I will tell you 2 things.
Sure. Well, it's very easy.
Utility bills is
We'll get it, we'll get it. Put it in the newsletter, we'll put it on the Chamber website, put it on the Chamber Facebook page. And we'll send invitations to the board members. And I'm gonna bring the wedding chili, I'm just saying.
Yeah, all right.
Chili, just
Nice to meet you, Mrs.
And you attended the Economic Leadership Academy. I'm going to do that this fall. I'm really looking forward. Good.
Facebook is a wonderful.
If nothing else, it's a wonderful
I
network.
will check it out. I can assure you,
It's just really
I
odd.
will give you.
Good. Excellent. Excellent.
Any way that myself, or I'm sure other
The
councilmembers.
rest of the story. As I told council member
Yeah,
King.
absolutely.
And now for the rest of the
Where are you
story.
going to the rest of the county? Hi, dear. How are you? We're not sure about
I'll send those pictures. I'll send you details soon as I-
Absolutely. I'm gonna cut you. Don't worry about it. Never be
It'll
greedy.
be out every quarter, you'll be able to see.
Yeah.
And it won't be agenda specific.
Hey, Mr. City Manager.
Mr. Phil Trixie, who has property here in Grantville,
Mr. City Manager.
they were trying to close down this fiscal year. So the next.
They're going to do the,
Okay, all right.
fenced-in area
Good to be here.
and the grass areas around the,
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you, Selma.
well, it's a hell of a lot. That's
Well, that's not great.
but they got drainage to go in.
They all came over the same boat.
What did you pay?
6 inches with rebar or fiber for the fenced-in area.
Oh, the whole area's gonna be concreted?
Yeah,
Okay.
the fenced-in area.